7:51, traffic and transit on the ones. Here's Karen Stewart.
Well, thank goodness that inbound Gowanus accident, the one on 39th Street, is gone. The right and center lanes are in the process of reopening. Let's see how we're doing traffic-wise. Well, we're starting to get better the closer to the accident scene. We are still jammed back into Staten Island from Toad Hill Road, all because of this earlier accident. But it's cleared, so I promise things are going to start moving at least a little bit for you guys. We do have delays getting into Toad Hill Road from back at the West Shore Expressway, but that has nothing to do with the earlier accident in Brooklyn. So the Bell Parkway is really not bad. I mean, it has its moments, like from the Southern State to Cross Bay Boulevard, where we're always slow. But then it's a nice clear ride until you get to Bergen Beach and Mill Basin and Marine Park, and traveling through there, you're going to see some traffic. It ends right around Knapp Street before it gets better, heading out into the Gowanus Expressway or the Verrazano Bridge if that's where you are going. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. 45 minutes. Inbound GW Bridge in Lincoln. The inbound Holland is close to an hour right now. And the inbound George now on the upper, we have a disabled vehicle. Again, in the right lane. This is mid-span. Traffic is sponsored by Cars for Kids Real Estate. Cars for Kids accepts property donations. With costs at an all-time high, it's time to donate that property to Cars for Kids. Stop worrying about expenses. Hurry to secure your 2022 tax deduction for the full appraised value at carsforkidsrealestate.org. Our next report is 8:01. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
From 70 degrees to snow. You know what I call that, Dean?
I'm waiting.
I call that a day in the life of 1010 Winds AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm the messenger, and I've got to get everybody prepared. But it also is November. I mean, we do flip like that a lot of times in November. But that long stretch of that warmth is certainly going to be something we're going to miss. And it is going to be a long stretch of very chilly weather and some wintry weather possibilities here with this rain and snow mix, it looks like, for some of the distant inland suburbs at least, maybe even also for a while, coming in later tomorrow night, and then chilly rain into the early hours of Wednesday morning. The chill remains past that. At least right now, it looks pretty dry as that chillier builds in and holds on as we get into the end of the week and the upcoming weekend. Today, a cold start. That real feel down the upper 20s now. We'll get up to a high of about 47 today with a good amount of sunshine. The wind should ease off a bit into the night. Temperatures end up down to the low 30s in the city, 20s in some of the inland suburbs, back up to 46 as we cloud over tomorrow. Then that rain likely mixed with, if not also for a little bit, distant northern and western suburbs. Leftover rain Wednesday morning, then clearing out. And then mid-upper 40s is where we'll stay the rest of the week and the weekend. 38 on our way up to a high of 47 today. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore on New York's weather station. 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Hospitals across the country now overwhelmed with patients, both young and old, suffering from respiratory viruses. In fact,
Connecticut hospitals are considering asking for National Guard help.
Some people are calling it a twin-demic.
RSV and the flu, says Dr. Ian Michelot, Connecticut Children's Med Center, Hartford. Their ER is full with longer wait times.
Younger children, unfortunately, and the sick have smaller airways. So they can't deal with the secretions as easily as older children. So those tend to be the sicker children.
Older patients potentially getting pneumonia is a concern, says the doc. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News.
the New York City police officer known as the Piano Cop has announced his retirement from the force, but he's not done making music.
His days of walking the beat are over, but Officer Chris Yip still plans to help people. Officer Yip arrived from Hong Kong when he was 10 years old. In 2004, he joined the NYPD. His beat for a long time was the 8-8 precinct in Brooklyn. When he was off duty, that's when he practiced the piano and was good enough to give recitals and raise money for nonprofits like the Brooklyn Music School. Now that he's retiring, Officer Yip plans to go back to college and get a music degree and continue to do fundraisers with his piano.
I like to be helped, so I think other people will also like to be helped. And if I'm capable to help them out, I have no reason to see why not.
Officer Yip says being a cop can be really stressful. Music is a great way to release it. His favorite music, the works of Chopin. Carol Dioria, 1010 Wins News.
The job market may still be strong, but where are all the 20-somethings? Bloomberg Money Watch next.
Kimberly Akimbo, a coming-of-age story for the ages, just opened on Broadway, and critics are raving. The New York Times gives it a critic's pick and calls it profoundly funny and heartbreaking. The Washington Post declares Kimberly Akimbo is on Broadway, and the world is better for it. Variety says it's impossible not to love. The Hollywood Reporter says meet your new favorite musical, and the Wall Street Journal calls it the best musical of the year so far, by far. Kimberly Akimbo. Tickets available at KimberlyAkimbo.com.
At T-Mobile, we believe people deserve more.
more without paying more. That's why the new iPhone 14 with its amazing camera is on us, and Apple TV Plus is included.
It's like expecting one Carolyn. Deck the hall with and getting a choir.
Switch and get iPhone 14 on us with eligible trade-in on our Max plan.
24 monthly bill credits plus tax for well-qualified customers. Contact us before canceling service to continue remaining bill credits or credit stop and balance and required financing agreements too. Apple TV Plus on us up to $4.99 value. See T-Mobile.com for details.
Now Bloomberg Money Watch and Steve Potusk.
Now, Susan, when it comes to the job market, recent numbers have been pointing to ongoing strength despite inflation, rising interest rates, and recession fears. But there is a mystery surrounding the labor market. As other age groups have mostly returned to the workforce after the pandemic plunge, there's been a notable lack of workers between the ages of 20 to 24. The Wall Street Journal says government figures suggest a shortfall of about 500,000 people in their early 20s when compared to 2019. While some of the older ones may be in grad school, there is still a large number not in college. In fact, an Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development survey finds the rate of 20 to 24-year-olds neither working nor in school is at the highest since 2014. After gains for stocks on Friday, S&P futures are down 11 points, NASDAQ down 54, down with a red 49. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potusk for 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Golden Blossom Honey. This year, it's my turn to host everyone for the holidays. Again, but I've got Golden Blossom Honey, so I know the reaction to my honey baked ham is going to be, this is delicious. Golden Blossom Honey is my secret weapon for the holidays because it's the highest quality honey. You can taste the difference. Golden Blossom is a thicker, richer honey. I use it in everything, like my signature appetizer, baked brie with honey nuts and apples. I also love it as a little treat on my frozen yogurt after I work out, or I pretend to work out. Golden Blossom is the tastiest honey there is. Your perfect partner for hosting family and friends. And start your day with Golden Blossom maple syrup. Waffles, French toast, pancakes, whatever you like. Golden Blossom maple syrup takes it to the next level. So good. Look for the green and gold label. And for lots of delicious recipes, check out goldenblossomhoney.com. Golden Blossom Honey makes everything taste better.
7:58, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. Good morning, it's Susan Richard with this message for you if you lived, worked, or went to school in Lower Manhattan below Canal Street, either on 9/11 or in the 8 months that followed. If you did, you really need to contact Barish and McGarry at 911awards.com. See, that's because you may be eligible for both free lifetime health care and an award from the 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund. Our government created those programs for everyone who was breathing in all that toxic dust. But so many people aren't enrolling, at least in part, because they mistakenly think that it's only for first responders. Well, let me clear that up right now. This fund is also for some 300,000 downtown office workers, 25,000 downtown residents, and 50,000 students and teachers, and that's even if you're currently healthy. So let Barish and McGarry help you enroll. Go to 911awards.com. That's 911awards with an S.com. Barish and McGarry, lawyers for the 9/11 community.
WINS, WINS-FM and HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Chilly one today. Real feel right now 28 degrees. We're at 38. Clear skies. Humidity is 50%, going up to 47. More people get their news from 1010 Wins than from any other radio station in the nation. Harry Souders, our service aide. I'm Leila Palmer, the writer. Justin Schrager, the editor. I'm Susan Richard.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM, New York.
Good morning. 38 degrees with a real feel of 28 at 8 o'clock, Monday, November 14th. I'm Lee Harris. Here's what's happening. Cops have arrested a homeless man for the vicious pipe beating of a subway cleaner last week. A fight involving about a dozen men in Corona ended with one of them getting beaten to death with a piece of wood. With e-bike batteries being blamed for hundreds of fires in the city, the city council takes up e-bike safety today. President Biden sits down with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping, head of the world's biggest polluter, to discuss climate change, among other things.
We'll be discussing a lot of these challenges together, I hope, in the next couple hours.
And the Anti-Defamation League was not amused by Dave Chappelle's monologue on Saturday Night Live, despite his disclaimer at the top.
I denounce anti-Semitism in all its forms.
sports, the Giants and the Rangers won. The Knicks and the Nets lost. 10-10 wins AccuWeather. Sunny today, but rather chilly. We'll have a high of 47. That's News Time 801. Traffic and transit on the ones now from Karen Stewart.
Well, I've got some good news. That Henry Hudson Parkway guy who was changing his tire at 79th Street, gone on the southbound side. The right lane has been reopened there. We're doing a whole lot better. There are slowdowns on the Henry Hudson moving down to the West Side Highway, but nothing really worth mentioning that's going to hold you up for too much. Now, as we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels, we'll start with the GW Bridge. Inbound George, 50. At least 50 inbound for both the upper and lower. By the way, that upper disabled is gone. It's been replaced by an outbound George lower level disabled at the Henry Hudson Parkway. That thing blocks at least one lane. The inbound Holland Tunnel is an hour. The inbound Lincoln Tunnel is 45 minutes. Now, in New Jersey, we've got a disabled vehicle on 4. Westbound, though. Westbound Route 4, west of Kindercomack Road and River Edge, disabled vehicle blocking the left lane. And we saw that truck fire on 78 East at exit 29. The right lane there is blocked. Look at us with no mass transit delays. Not a one. And alternate side parking rules and regulations, they are in effect. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the ones. Braking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
More residents are getting quality, affordable health coverage through Get Covered New Jersey. 9 in 10 enrollee get financial help, and many pay $10 a month or less. Open enrollment is here.
All right, guys, there you have it. Today's news on this Monday, November 14th, 2022. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Hope you guys had a great weekend. And if you didn't get a chance to check out the uploads to my channel this past weekend, you guys just go back and you can check them out. All right, guys, have a great day.